Shukadeva Goswami said, Swavidvarahasta karai Sanstuta Purusha Pashu Nayak Karnapatopito Jatu Nama Kadachana. Shukadeva Goswami said to Parikshit Maharaj, he's talking about how people, they like to talk about many things. He said, men who are like dogs, like pigs who eat stool, like camels and donkeys. They are always praising, giving praise to other men like themselves who never hear the holy name of Krishna. If you can hear the holy name of Krishna once, then you will lose taste in everything. Jiva Goswami said, unless the chitta is Shuddha, pure, you cannot even hear one name of Krishna. For that you have to chant every day. Not less than 100,000 names of Krishna. 64 rounds. Without committing offense. And with the proper sambandha jnana, then chaito dharpana marjanam, the heart is slowly cleansed, and when it becomes, at least some portion of the pure chitta becomes exposed, then the name will go inside. Then all bhava mahadavagni nivapanam, then all attachment is gone. And Shreya Kareva Chandrika Vitaranam, the rays of bhav, not the bhav, only the rays emanating from the Swarup Shakti, begin to reveal Krishna's qualities and associates and your own identity. Very beautiful. But those who have never, the holy name has never gone in their ear. They are glorified with many words. So much talking. And who is glorifying them? Those who are like Swavid Varahasta Karai, dogs, hogs, camels, and donkeys. Shukadeva Goswami is saying first, Swa means dogs. Dogs means going in, because in the West it's a little different. In the West someone has a big mansion, they're working in the office all day to pay for the big house, and inside dog is living like a king. But in India, the dogs are mainly like pests in the street. And they're going here and there, trying to get something to eat somewhere, begging. So here, men who are like dogs means those who are, they go to college for many years so they can get one certificate. And then they're wandering here and there, begging, please give me a job. Please give me a job. They're dependent. You see in Vedic society, those who have spiritual consciousness, they're nirapeksh. They never depend on anyone. They depend only on Krishna. But modern education teaches everyone to be like a dog and going here and there and trying to beg some scraps from rich people. And even the many sadhus, so-called sadhus, they become like this. Only go to the house of rich people and flatter them. Oh, you are so nice. You are a good devotee, Prabhu. This is not behavior of sadhu. Our Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur said, sadhu means one who cuts. If a sadhu is flattering me, he becomes my enemy. Because the only business of the sadhu is to cut the materialistic mentality from the heart of the conditioned souls. Sadhu is like a priest in a sacrifice of goats and standing with the upraised chopper. And all the devotees come to the class, they come with so many goats, that means material desires in their heart. And then sadhu takes the desires from the one with sharp words, cutting again and again, because there are so many. Everyone has so many goats of material desires in the heart. Sadhu, by sharp words, is cutting them out one by one by one. So, Shukadeva Goswami, he's criticizing the materialistic mentality. This is not an ordinary thing. This is ecstasy. Only those who have tasted the sweetness of Goloka Vrindavan, the sweetness of the pastimes of Krishna, can become disgusted with the world. You know, like Jamunacharya, Yadavadi Mama Chaita Krishna Padar Vinde, Nava Nava Rasya Ditam Rantamasit, Tadavadi Bata Nari Smari Sangame Smaryamani, Mukha Vikaraha Shustunish Tivanamscha. He's saying, oh, ever since I tasted the ever new rasa of Krishna's name and qualities and pastimes, if the thought, the memory of enjoyment with a woman comes into my mind, then my lips curl in disdace and I spit on it. So you can see, if the thought of material enjoyment and sexual things comes in your mind, then what? Next 5 rounds completely inattentive, Hare Krishna, Krishna, meditating. Rasa Swadhan. Before Nishtha will come, first lie, sleepiness. Before Nishtha comes, first sleeping, chanting Harinam, Hare Krishna, sleeping. If a person has enthusiasm, they don't sleep. Then Vikshep, mind is wandering. Then they bring the mind a little under control, but no enthusiasm. That's called a pratipatti. A pratipatti means you are not sleeping, your mind is not wandering, but you are lukewarm, you are indifferent to Krishna. You are not feeling the intense eagerness. Ha nata gokula sudaka suprasanna vaktara brinda madarasmita he kripadra. O Gokul Chandra, O moon of Gokul, with a beautiful smiling face, Ha Nath, O my Prananath, Lord of my heart, when will I see you? When will you catch my hand and bring me to that place where you meet with Radharani so I can serve you there? No eagerness. Pratipatti, then Rasa Swadhan. Not enjoying physically, enjoying mentally. Enjoying in the mind, mentally. Very dangerous. Jayato visham pumsang sangasteshu pajayate sangat sanjayate kama kama krodha vijayate kodat bhavati samoha samohat smriti vibrama smriti brahmasad buddhinasho nashati. By meditating on the objects of the senses, then objects of the senses, by this only thinking, attachment comes inside. And when attachment comes, then what happens? Turns into calm, lust. And when the lust is not fulfilled, then you become angry with everyone. Then, when anger comes, then you forget what is right and what is wrong. Smriti Brahmasa. And when you forget what is right and wrong, buddhinash, intelligence is lost. What is buddhinash? What is the meaning of buddhinash? Do you know? Enmity. When we think that someone is our enemy, this is buddhinash. Enmity is the opposite of love. There are two things. One end of the scale is love, the other end is enmity. How can we cultivate love for Krishna and all his parts and parcels, and at the same time have enmity, which is the exact opposite of what we want? So Buddhinash means enmity. Now you are completely finished, completely in darkness. But due to ahankar, due to pride, this person who has enmity is thinking, I am great. So this is complete buddhinash, complete destruction of all spiritual intelligence. So, Shukadeva Goswami said, Swavid Vrahastakai, first, don't be like a dog, going here and there trying to beg some mercy from materialistic persons. Krishna said, Ananyas chintayam tomam ye jana paripaste tesham nityabhyuktanam yogakshivavami. If one is ananya, with one pointed attention serving me, then what you have, I protect it. What you need, I bring myself. My Param Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Pragyan Kesha Maharaj. After Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur left, there was big fighting in the mat. And fighting over buildings and money, temples, land, disciples. And he just walked out, only with the clothes he was wearing. But he had something, Guru Nishta. Full faith in the teachings and instructions of his Guru Padapadma, Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur. One day, he was chanting, staying in one place, sometimes Dharmashala here or there. And a god brother from very far away came to see him. He said, oh, I have no money to receive him and give him some good prasadam and some sweets. And he wanted to receive his god brother nicely. He was sitting and chanting, Hare Krishna. And one bird was flying through the sky and then dropped some cloth. And the cloth fell in front of him, and when it hit the ground, it made a sound, chink. So he looked and he opened the cloth, and there some rupees were inside. And then he gave to one brahmachari and said, go to the marketplace, spend it all, buy very nice boga and some sweets, and we will give to my god brother. So afterwards, Srila Bhakti Pragyan Kesha Maharaj, he used to remember this and weep. That what Krishna said is true. Yogak Seva Bhalavya. So don't be like a dog. You can be the dog of a Vaishnava. Can follow Vaishnava wherever they are going and begging for mercy from Vaishnava, not from materialistic persons. So Swavidvara, Vidvaraha means the pigs who eat stool. Here Shukadeva Goswami is criticizing those. Pig is the symbol of no discrimination. Just like the swan is a symbol of discrimination. So pure Vaishnava is called Hamsa. Hamsarasa. Because if you mix milk and water, you cannot separate it. But the swan knows the art, how to just take the milk without taking the water. So, what is this world? Now Rishi said, Idami Vishwam Bhagavani Vaitaro Yato Jagatstani Nirodha Sambhava Tadvi Swayam Veda Pradans Pradapite Pradeshamatram Bhavato Pradashitam. This universe is one form of Krishna. It is emanated from Him, it rests within Him, and it will be absorbed back into Him. Vasudeva Savamiti. Nothing but Krishna everywhere. So, those are like a Hamsa, like a swan. Instead of taking the poison of Maya, they take the nectar of Krishna. For in every situation. Sarvasya chaham vriddhi sanivisto matak smriti jnanam maponam. Krishna said, I am in the heart of everyone. And from me comes knowledge, remembrance and forgetfulness. Never have swatantra bhav, independent mood. You have to be dependent on Krishna in every moment. In every move that you make, Krishna is giving you the knowledge, giving you the memory, what to do, or making you forget something so you make a mistake. Our success in everything depends on Krishna. In every moment, in a very humble mood, we have to be aware of the presence of Krishna in our heart and in the heart of everyone, and conduct ourselves accordingly. Jive saman devi jani Krishna adhisthana. Mahaprabhu said, Uttamaya Vaishnavave Nirabhiman. Jive saman devi jani Krishna adhisthana. A Vaishnava is the highest person, but they have no abhiman, they have no false ego, they have no pride. They can respect everyone, even an ant. Why? Because they're thinking, oh, Krishna is in everyone. So, the Vaishnava is like Hansa, like a swan. He does not take poison from the goat. He takes the nectar from it. But the pig is the opposite of that. No discrimination. Pig thinks, what should I eat? Anything. He'll eat rotten things, he'll eat meat, he'll eat stool. And then, if you eat like a king, then you start looking for a queen. His belly is full and genitals become agitated. So then, become like a pig. Pig never thinks with whom to have sex. Maybe mother is okay, sister is okay, daughter is okay. Anything, anyone. So Shukadeva Goswami said, those who are in Maya, they don't talk about Krishna. They glorify those persons. And they themselves are like pigs and dogs. And then Swavid Vara Hasta. Hasta means camels. The camel is walking in the desert and very dry. So then he sees some thorns are growing there. So then the camel comes and chews the thorns. The thorns are very juicy. Very juicy, and quenching my thirst on these juicy thorns. Actually, there's no juice in the thorns. When he chews the thorns, they cut his mouth and he's drinking his own blood and thinking these are very juicy thorns. So, the human beings who are addicted to sex, they are like camels. Gosh. It takes kilos of food. Many kilos of food just to make a little blood. And it takes gallons of blood just to make one drop of semen. And then losing this, they are enjoying the taste of their own blood. All their energy is going down. Your pranic body is giving life to this body. And energy. And by the sexual activities, it diminishes the pranic body. So, in the future, you have mortgaged your future. As you become older, you grow old very quickly, lose your memory very quickly, become senile, and Alzheimer's disease, and have strokes, and spend the last 20 years of your life like a vegetable. And no one wants you, no one loves you. Hellish. Why? Due to enjoying the lust in a young age. So they are called camels. Swavid Vara Astra Kare. And then as donkeys. Donkey works very hard all day. carrying the heavy load of the washerman. Sometimes he's carrying big bags of sugar, but he cannot taste any sweetness himself. And he's working all day because in the evening his master will give him some green grass. But he has not the intelligence to think that grass grows everywhere for free. Grass grows everywhere for free. You don't have to work to get this grass. So in the same way, Narada Rishi told Vyasadeva, Tasyaiva hito prayate ko vido na labhyate yad brahmatam uparyada talabhyate dukhavaranyata sukam kalena sarvatra gavira rangasa. Kalena sarvatra. It's available everywhere. What? Sense gratification. He said, a person who is actually intelligent and inclined towards philosophy should use all their endeavors only to attain the goal of life, eternal happiness in the eternal service of Krishna. This happiness is not available by wandering all throughout the whole world, up to Brahmalok, down to Patalok, anywhere in the universe. You can wander, trying to find happiness everywhere. You will not find it. Brahma Bhuvanaloka Purna Avartino Jana. From Brahmalok down to Patalok, all the places are places wherein repeated birth and death take place. What you are looking for is not anywhere. Not in Barcelona, not in Birmingham, not in Paris, not in Los Angeles, maybe in Vrindavan. But Vrindavan is not in this world. So wandering around the world, looking for happiness, this is a waste of time. Narada Rishi said, why? Because just as suffering comes to you automatically without any effort, by karma, so happiness comes automatically without any effort in the same way. No one works hard so they can suffer. But suffering comes. So don't use your time and your energy, which is so precious, in searching for the material sense gratification, because even if you don't look for it, it will come automatically. By here, kalena sarvatra gabera ramasa means by the subtle movements of time. Someone thinks, oh, if I will be detached from everything, I will suffer. You will not suffer more or less. Your suffering and happiness and distress is fixed. So don't worry about these things. What you have been destined to enjoy in this life is coming without any effort. And if you do bhakti, even what you are not destined to enjoy, if you have some desire, Krishna will fulfill even what you are not destined to enjoy. Because He is very kind. Krishna is very kind. And He'll fulfill that desire in such a way that you will never ask for it again. So the desire will also go away. So, the donkeys, they work very hard for what is coming automatically. So, Shukadeva Goswami, when he speaks of dogs, hogs, camels and donkeys, he's not describing a zoo. He's describing the human society. All of human society is living life exactly according to the principles of these animals. And as long as we remain on the level of Kanishta Adhikari, Prakrita Bhakta, materialistic devotee, we have a certain amount of donkeyness also. Those qualities are there. This is why Shukadeva Goswami is chastising. Take it away. Take it out. My Srila Gogavinda Maharaj, he used to say that one guru, he was saying, all the people of the society, they're like, only like animals, but without horns and a tail. And the disciple, he could not understand. So his guru gave some glasses. He put them on and then he looked and he saw everyone was like without horns and tail, but exactly like the dogs, pigs, camels and donkeys. It was amazing. You don't see any human beings anywhere. One day, in one village, it was the Durga Puja day. So the washerman, he wanted to celebrate in the procession, in the kirtan procession for Durga. So he thought, oh, let me get, they made one deity of Durga, you know, they make out of mud. With many arms and like this. So he got one deity of Durga and then he tied it on a platform on the back of his donkey. Donkey was working hard every day and he was beating him. But today it was Durga Puja. So he put the deity of Durga on the back of the donkey with some nice cloth and everything. And then with kirtan, he did a procession through the street. So as he was doing procession through the street, and all the people were coming and giving pranam, and showering flowers, and giving some pranam, some money as well, like this. And the donkey was walking on thinking, "Wow, fantastic! What happened? Now everyone is bowing down to me. They're all singing, they're showering flowers on me, giving money, everything." The donkey was, finally, everyone has recognized my personality. How great I am. All are respecting me. So then he became so happy. He thought, now everyone loves me. So I should show them my talents at singing and dancing. So then the donkey began to sing. And dance. And then when the donkey was dancing, then the Murti of Durga on his back was about to fall off. Then everyone came and started beating him again. So this is the mentality of the donkey. Everyone was respecting not the donkey, but one deity was there. But out of ego, he thought everyone is respecting me. So, what qualities we have, if others are giving respect to us. Oh Prabhu, you are very learned. Oh Prabhu, you sing a nice kirtan. Oh Prabhu, you are very handsome. Whatever qualities we have, these are not our qualities. Krishna is giving everything Krishna can take away in a second. Anyone who is taking credit for their own activities and qualities, they are donkeys. Understand? So, Shukadeva Goswami is saying, those persons who are like dogs, hogs, camels and donkeys, they have many subjects to talk about. And they praise others who are bigger dogs and bigger camels and bigger donkeys. They always praise them. They are full of praise for those in whose ear the holy name has not entered. They never praise them. Those who are chanting the pure name and realizing Krishna, we give all our respect and honor to them, our Guru Varga. Glorify them.